You mentioned that you have a little 1-month-old boy who likes to sleep on his tummy, and actually a lot of babies seem to prefer this position, but the American Academy of Pediatrics strongly recommends against it. In the late 80s, early 90s, there was a campaign started called Back to Sleep because they noticed that there was a high incidence of SIDS, or sudden infant death syndrome. So they did some research and figured out that it could be attributed to the sleeping position. So they recommended that everyone put their babies to sleep on their backs. And once they did that and the general public was aware and following those guidelines, the risk or incidence of SIDS dropped by 50%, so you can't argue with that data. It's really important to put your little baby to sleep on his back each night. Now, once he gets to the age where he can start flipping over, usually between 4 and 7 months, he might find a more comfortable position, which is likely to be his tummy. But at that point, he's strong enough to move out of that position if he were to get into a compromising situation. It's also important to put him on a flat mattress with just a form-fitting sheet, and to have all extra soft, fluffy things removed from his sleeping area. So that includes bumper pads, pillows, extra blankets, and stuffed animals. And also make sure that you don't co-sleep. A lot of parents are tempted to, myself included when I had small babies, because babies sleep well in our arms. But it's definitely been proven to increase the risk of SIDS when you co-sleep with your baby. Now, the American Academy of Pediatrics does recommend that you keep your baby close to you, like you mentioned that you wanted to do, close to you in a separate sleeping area next to your bed, because then you can hear your baby. You know, you might be awakened by different sounds that you hear, but it's good for you to sleep too. So make sure that you just put your baby to sleep on his back, keep all extra soft, fluffy things out of his sleeping area, make sure he's in a separate sleeping area, separate from you, and that will allow you to sleep more calmly knowing that he's safe and you've done all you can to reduce the risk of SIDS. If you have any other questions for me, feel free to ask them on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Intermountain Moms, and recommend us to your friends and family too.